welcome back to our channel. We're the Garza Twins. I'm Britta.
And I'm Carly.
And we would love it if you would subscribe down below and hit the bell so you're notified when we upload our videos. Today we're doing our August favorites. We love these videos, so let's get right into it. Okay, the first favorite is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eyeshadow Palette, as seen here. I did a full review on this. I actually don't know if it'll be up by the time this video goes up. I think it might be coming next week. So when that does go up, I'll link it below. But spoiler alert, I love this. I feel like I've been using this every day since I've gotten it. I usually, if I'm doing like a light makeup day, I'll just put the this shade is called Transition in the crease because these have such good staying power, and I love that this is like a neutral mid-tone brown. It's really hard to find a neutral brown shade for the crease for like everyday use. So I feel like it just suits every makeup look that I'm doing, even if it's just like a light makeup day. But usually the cream blushes that I use kind of have like some unique colors to them, so I just like that this eyeshadow just suits any look. And then today I put this shade on the lid, which is just, these are like really nice kind of like sparkly topper shades. But overall, I love the mattes in here. They are just like perfection in my opinion. They're talc free. They blend out really beautifully. They're not too pigmented, but pigmented enough to show up, and they last all day on my eyelids. So I won't spoil the full review that I have coming, but just know that this palette is worth the money. It is really, really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Another product that I reviewed in the video that you would have seen on Monday is the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. And this surprised both of us because this is like a very full coverage matte concealer. It's not something we both usually reach for, but a lot of people were talking about it. And it's really affordable for like, I feel like for how much product you get. I think it's only $25 for 7 ml. Yeah, and we both wear the shade Light 4. I grabbed the wrong Light 4, right? Yep. Okay. So we both wear the shade Light 4, and I feel like the shade range is really good. I mean, I did the whole video, so I don't want to dwell, but we really like this, but we wanted to caveat a few things. Do not blend it in with your finger. I always blend my concealer in with my finger. Like, I don't know, it's habit now.
Really?
Yeah, because I love the Kosas Revealer Concealer, and I've been doing that with that one. But when you do it with this, it kind of like spreads out to be a bit patchy and like doesn't really dry down evenly. So definitely recommend like a sponge or a brush. And then the other thing is we do not set this because it does dry down matte, and we have pretty dry under eyes. Well, I just feel like kind of how I feel with the Kosas. Like, I don't set that one either because they have like this really, really creaminess to them, where this one sets down way more matte than the Kosas. Yeah. But because it's so creamy, and it does take a little bit to set down. Yeah. So I think that if you try to set it, like the powder like sticks haphazardly, and then you have powder in some spots, but then it really just messes up what you've just laid down. Yeah. So I find that with this and that, I cannot set either, but I kind of prefer that because I feel like this looks more youthful under the eyes if I don't set it. Yeah, I've just been liking like how good of coverage it has, but if I don't set it, it doesn't look too dry under my eyes. If you have super dry skin, you might not like this, but it's been really impressing me. Yeah, and I have like a very specific, we'll have to do a get ready with me soon and I'll use it, but I use a very small amount, and then I take my Beauty Pie concealer brush and kind of blend it out into a very thin layer, and then I'll go over top with a sponge to like really set it in and press it into the skin. But I think the key thing is to make sure you're not applying too much, and then a very thin layer. Yeah, agreed. And I use a brush to blend it in as well, so that's my preferred method. Okay, next up is a complexion favorite. I think I talked about this in a weekly favorites, but I got the right shade. So this is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Oil-Free Broad Spectrum SPF 20 Tinted Moisturizer. I have 2N1. It's still not a perfect match, but it's better than 3N1, which is the one that was sent to us. And this is like the travel size one. But I just really, really like this for like an everyday base. I feel like it offers maybe like a light to medium coverage depending on how much you put on, and I feel like it lasts really well on the skin. It like sits really nicely under cream blushes and cream bronzers, and it depends kind of, I think I mentioned this before, about what you use underneath. Like if you're using a glowy sunscreen, this is going to offer more glow to the skin, but if you have a pretty matte base, then this will be a little bit more of like a satin matte finish. But I know it's oil free, so people might be thinking it's super matte, but I didn't find that at all, which I liked. That's why it surprised me so much, because I was expecting this to be more so for people with like really, really oily skin, like basically a tinted moisturizer that they would like, because most tinted moisturizers are dewy, and this is just really like natural looking on my skin. So I really like it. Usually I don't use anything with chemical sunscreens, but I always put my mineral sunscreen underneath this because there's just kind of a little bit. I know it's SPF 20, so there's really not that much sunscreen in here, so don't rely on this for all your protection, but I just think it's really good, and I haven't heard too many people talk about it. Okay, I did a whole video on these, but these are the M Cosmetics So Soft sticks, and I said in that video, I think, and I'll say it again, but I think these are gonna go in my yearly favorites because I haven't been able to put them down since I got them. I'm wearing all three today, so I'm wearing Terra, which is like the light contour shade, Summer, which is like the light medium bronzer, and then the blush Pearl Tea. And I just love these. I mean, I'll link the video down below so you can watch if you want a more in-depth review, but they blend out so effortlessly. They have enough pigment that like they actually show up on your skin. I really don't like cream products that are so sheer that you have to like keep layering and layering.
Yeah.
Like these are pretty pigmented, but they blend out so effortlessly. Like I can actually draw these directly on my face and then blend them out. I have no issues. They last all day because they are more of like a soft matte sort of dry down. And they just look so natural and pretty on the skin. Like I said, I have all of them on right now, and I'm just so impressed. I love these, especially the blush and Pearl Tea. I talked about this in that video, but
You could swatch it on your hand.
yeah, it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's like a brownie peachy nude, which is so hard to find in a cream format. So I feel like this is a really unique shade. It's not just like a pink. I feel like a lot of creams are pink. And so I just love how this looks and blends out, and it just like kind of like brings a little bit of warmth to my skin because everything turns warm on me even if it's not really that warm in the mass tone of the product. So I just love these so much, and I'm actually kind of flying through them really quickly. I'm nervous that I'm going to, like I was looking at the I think it was
There's
the
not that
blush.
much product in there, right?
Yeah, there's 8 grams each, so it's not like it's not, I mean, I'm just like going through them like pretty
Maybe it's
quick.
just such a soft formula that you end up using a lot.
Yeah, but I will definitely repurchase when they're gone. They did send these to us, which I'm so grateful because I would have bought them anyway because they're right up my alley. Okay, next up is my book favorite of the month. So I think I've read 2 books this month. This is my 19th book of the year.
It's really so cute.
I know, and I want to talk about it because I haven't really heard anybody talk about this book or this author, and I don't know even how I found it. I think I was scrolling through Goodreads. It had to have been, and I just stumbled upon it. So I took the dust cover off, dust jacket, because it was truly the ugliest thing. It was like this illustration, like clip art almost illustration of like a beach with some flip-flops, just very, very outdated. I really thought that this book was published in like the 90s because of how ugly that dust jacket was, and I don't think it was, because they talked about, I mean, it's not like brand new. I'll have to look into when it was actually published, but that's not really the point. When I took that off, I was like, oh, this is cute. It's like this like off-white color, and then it has this like yellow debossed book title on the side. So
That's
actually,
orange.
oh my gosh, orange. What am I saying, you guys? I'm living it. Yellow, what? Okay, anyway, Hello Summer, Mary Kay Andrews. This book I really, really enjoyed. I think I finished it in like 3 sittings because I liked it that much. So it was actually slow to start, I will say that. Basically, it's about this Chu sisters, so Connolly and Grayson, and their family owned this small newspaper in this place called Silver Bay, Florida, and Grayson stayed in Silver Bay to run the paper after their father passed away, and then Connolly moved to Atlanta to work for like a big city newspaper, and she basically got hired in DC at a paper there, kind of like a startup, and they had already replaced her at her paper in Atlanta, and then the new paper that she was going to work for fell under, and so she had no place to go. She had no job. She I think she gave up her apartment. She broke up with her boyfriend, so she's like, I guess I'll go home and regroup. So she goes back to Silver Bay, and of course starts working for her sister because she's a journalist at heart. She wants to be working. She wants to be finding the next big story. And they kind of keep saying that Silver Bay is like a small town, nothing ever happens there, but then there are 2 coinciding stories that are national news that happen there kind of around the same time that Connolly stumbles upon. So
you guys know we went to journalism school. I will read any book really about a small town newspaper, a journalist. I'll watch any like crappy Hallmark movie about a journalist.
Which aren't they all? There's so many that focus on journalism.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
and writers, and so I feel like they just will always have a special place in my heart. So I really liked that aspect of the story. I felt like they portrayed like a real hard-hitting journalist really well in Connolly, because she basically like would not sleep, would not eat until she found out, like basically resolved this whole story on, I don't want to like give away too much, but there's a congressman, well I guess this is right at the beginning of the book, that dies in a car crash, but he was like the only one in the car. There was no other cars on the road, so just shady circumstances and a lot of things surrounding that were very, very peculiar. So I just got really into it because I wanted to know like how the story played out. And at times, I put this in my Goodreads review, I felt like Connolly was a little bit unlikable. She was kind of self-serving in that she didn't really care about anybody else. She was just like after the story doing her own thing and didn't really care how her actions affected other people. But then I was like, well, that actually just makes her human and we can all have those qualities sometimes. So I think usually I'm used to reading a book where they portray these characters as like perfect human beings, and like even if they have flaws, they're like actually cute little anecdotes and not actually like a character flaw. So I did like that Connolly had some like, you know, they kind of like humanized her in that way. So I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was a really cute summer read. I had purchased it a while ago, and then I thought like, oh, well, I think this is a summer like type of read, so I should finish it before summer's over, and I'm glad I picked it up. And I will say, hello summer, I didn't know what that meant. So that is the column in the Silver Bay Beacon, their newspaper, that is written by basically an older columnist, Rowena, where she kind of like writes about like the gossip in the town. And so it's called Hello Summer because I don't know why, but that's kind of like her gossip column. So it's not really about summer. It just takes place in like a beachy town in Florida.
Weird. That's the name of the book?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe they wanted it to be like, so you would know that it took place on a beach in Florida type of thing because of the cover art too, with like the sandals and the sand. I don't know, but Hello Summer is the column title, not really anything to do with like the story.
Cool. Okay, I have a mascara favorite, and I've just been meaning to put this in monthly favorites because I've used this up now. I probably should get a new one. But it's the Beauty Pie Uber Volume Boost Velvet Mascara. I have it on right now. I originally used this in the Get Ready With Us, and I immediately was like, oh my gosh, I love this mascara. Like, it doesn't get messy when you apply it. It makes your lashes really luminous, but like fluttery. Like, I love a fluttery lash look. I don't like it when it looks too heavy or fake on the lashes. And this is really black, and it smudges a tiny, tiny bit, but all mascara does on me, so I usually just, you know, move past that. It comes off really easy. It doesn't irritate my eyes. I just really love this. Like, I'm very impressed, and I probably will pick up another one because Beauty Pie is so affordable if you have the membership.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I can link our Get Ready down below that I first used this. You can see my initial reactions because they were really great. And the component is really nice. I think it's aluminum.
It's really cute. Last up are a jeans denim favorite. We both got these from Abercrombie. I know everyone's been buying jeans there. I actually have a pair of jeans from there that I think are 2 years old, like at the very start of the whole Abercrombie rebirth scenario. They're just black denim that I wear truly all the time, and this is my second pair. So these are the Abercrombie 90 Straight Ultra High Rise. We got oh my god, I can't talk today. The size 25-0 short.
Yeah, short. And I'm 5'3". Britta says she's 5'4", but I think she's 5'3" too.
Yeah, I think I've shrunk, so we don't know.
And they're the perfect length, the short.
They're the perfect length.
The short ones are perfect.
Yeah.
But I will say, we got the ones with the split on the bottom because there is the like original 90 straight high rise. And they come in like a lot of different colors, but we wanted the ones with the slit because it's so like 90s, and it looks awesome with boots. Like, I'm really excited to wear it with boots.
Yeah, and they look great. I bought them to wear more so with mules, like pointed toe mules.
Any like short heel.
Yeah, any short heel, which mules are my favorite. They're my shoe of choice always. I feel like I can wear them in the summer, I can wear them in the fall, I can wear them in the winter, at least in California, Southern California. And I feel like these, because they kind of, I don't want to say flare out, but you know, they kind of, because of the
They
slit.
flare a little bit.
Okay, they flare a little bit. They just look so cute with mules. I guess we should get a picture of them on.
Yeah,
because
you
guys
guys
won't
try
be
to
able
do that.
tell. But we got the light finish because I think these are the only ones with the slit. I tried to order the dark ones and they didn't have the slit, so I returned them. And they felt different too.
Yeah, I ordered another pair in a slightly different leg, but the same like style, and I didn't like them. So these ones are definitely like my favorite.
Yeah, I just think that I like the color because the light you can kind of dress up or dress down. But my main thing that I love is the slit because I feel like it's a point of difference. Again, like just looks really cute with a lot of different shoe choices. And it kind of is like that baggier 90s style, but then if you wear it with like a little bit of a heel, it just makes it more like chic, you know? So
they're a little tight around the waist and like kind of baggy in the legs once they stretch out. So I do wish there was a little more give in the waist, but I think if we would have sized up, they would have, like Britta said, they do have like a baggier leg once they stretch.
Yeah.
So it would have been a little too big.
Yeah. So kind of, well, I guess the sizing there, because the other jeans I have are also a 25, and same thing, like a little bit tight in the waist, a little baggier in the leg. So I guess maybe we would say size down a size because we're usually a 26.
Yeah, we're not usually a 25, but the 26 was too big.
Yeah.
So I think that they run a little large.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching our August favorites. We are ready for September. I know we published this like a little bit early for August ends, but I feel like we're just ready to say goodbye, ready for fall. And we tried a lot of good things this month. I feel like I had a lot of solid favorites. Like that One Size concealer is definitely the best concealer I've tried in a long time. So,
and the end sticks, like I'm telling you, they're going in my yearly favorites.
Yeah, there are some good things coming out now. I'm excited to see what comes out like in the fall for the holiday
I mean, just get ready for all of, there's probably going to be a lot of food favorites in our
that's
next
true.
month, and probably some makeup, because I'm going to have to order some things.
I have my eye on so many things. I know.